Well, YouTube, De-bodgery here. So I am going to try a couple more motors. This motor is an outrunner that came off of a Currie stand-up kick scooter, and it is the very first motor that I ever rewound. One of the phase wires in it broke off right at the base of the stator, so I had to take it all apart and rewind it again, and in the process I got a bit more copper on it than it had from the factory. So anyway, this is all my work. I brought out all the phase ends and I wired them out here, so it's wired up delta. No idea what the motor KV is. Have no clue, but anyway, it's got my drill on it, same setup as before. It's got this heat sinker on the base of it, which is pretty pointless, but around back you can see the motor bell, and it's just basically stamped steel. It's got a ceramic magnet ring on it, so it's not a very good motor. But you know what? It was my first outrunner that I ever tried to do anything with, so there it is. Anyway, let's see what we get out of this thing. Back EMF. Whoops, my lead came off. Let me put that back on. There we go. Okay, so I'm at 2 volts per division. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. So looks like about 8 volts peak to peak. I didn't notice the current or the frequency. Let me check that again. Okay, 163 hertz. Let me check to the other phase. See what we get there. Okay, that also said 163 hertz. It looks like about 8 volts peak to peak. Being that I know that this motor has some weird behaviors, I'm going to switch to the other phase for my ground wire, and we're going to try this again and see what happens. There we go. Okay, peak to peak's the same, and that time I saw 164 hertz. Let me try the other phase here, see what happens. Okay, 163 hertz. Peak to peak voltage was still 8 volts. So, I'm not sure what that's about, why this motor doesn't run on a lot of controllers. Maybe it's just the nature of this motor or something. Anyway, let me try another motor. I'm going to try this RB120 regular that I have wired incorrectly in the next video.